My eyes widened in shock when I realized the scent was coming from him. And when he noticed my presence, he stared at me in question with his eyes squinted until I whispered, "Mate." In shock, his eyes had widened too, while I was left confused. Hadn't he smelt my scent and realized I was his? He had turned 18 the summer before, so how come he hadn't noticed? Or maybe he had. Realization dawned on me as I continued to gape at him in shock. He knew. He knew I was his mate but never approached me. Every wolf can recognize its mate after turning 18, and Brad had been 18 4 months ago. My suspicions were confirmed when he scowled at me with disgust written all over his face. Then, he grabbed my hand in a dazed-like state and dragged me to an empty closet. Slamming me against the wall, he dug his fingers into my shoulder, eliciting a whimper from me. I ignored the pain he had caused my back and stared straight into his eyes.
Listen, you're not my mate. I don't want a weak, skinny she-wolf such as yourself as my mate. So don't bother trying to be. Get that into your thick skull. And don't even think about telling anyone else about this.
He snarled at me using his alpha tone, and I could feel the dominance riding in waves from him. I couldn't do anything but watch him storm out while slamming the door shut behind him. I had never seen Brad so pissed before. He was the golden boy of the school. Everyone adored him, including the teachers. And to think I, his mate, was the one who brought out the ugly side of him. But I didn't understand. From what my parents told me, a mate is someone you can't live without. The bond will continue drawing you two together, and you can't resist it no matter what. So how come Brad knew I was his for 4 months and could stay away from me? Had my parents lied? Or was it that they thought everyone else's love story to be like theirs? I had seen my parents together, and they absolutely were madly in love with each other. They had met each other at college and felt the mate pull instantly. 3 weeks later, they completed the bonding process after meeting both their parents. A marvelous love story it was. But why was mine different? Was it because I was skinny and seemed to be weaker than your average wolf? Most werewolves have their first shift at the age of 15. I love my wolf, but I really wish she had been as strong, fierce, and beautiful as the rest. I wish I was like the rest.